Shalom Akim. First and foremost, before I begin this lesson, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Racha HaKodash. Double honors go out to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, rule and teach well. Shalom Barakim to you brothers and sisters out there. This lesson, I just wanted to, really it's kind of a double, like a two topic type thing, but really going into the same type of thing. So I want to first of all talk about, number one, how only Israelites can receive the knowledge of the truth. There's 12 tribes, regardless of which one you come from, you have to be an Israelite to understand this knowledge. You can't have anybody else understand and believe and call on the names of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. No heathen is going to do that. They won't do that, and they can't do that. All right? Especially not no Edomite. And that's why, you guys, you got to be mindful. Especially to, younger men that might have, just came into faith. Or maybe, haven't dealt with brothers, maybe you're by yourself. You gotta be mindful. All right, you gotta be very mindful because you don't want to offend one of the little ones. You want to walk in the spirit. You want to judge the spirit by the spirit. If there's a man especially in Great Millstone in the camp, and he's doing the work, he's showing up to camp and he's been growing in the spirit, well, this is obviously an Israelite. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Right? It doesn't matter if he looks like a so-called Chinese man, right, or a so-called East Indian or a so-called white man. He's obviously an Israelite. You see? And you got to be mindful of those things, man. Because not only are you placing a stumbling block in front of your brother, you're calling him a heathen. You're saying he's profane. That he's outside the temple. You're saying that he's basically nothing. He's spit. And judgment very well could come for you for that, man. We're to treat, our fellow brethren like Yahweh Shai. You see, even if you might not agree with certain men, if they're teaching the doctrine, show a level of respect, right? Let's be men. Let's not stoop down to the level of imbeciles, man, of degenerates. All right. But let me go ahead and get a couple of scriptures, because apparently this is a topic that needs to be revisited for the millionth time, which you would think by now, guys would get it. But ultimately, if you don't understand it, it's just because you're not of the elect, man. That's really because only the elect are going to understand. The elect aren't going to have problems understanding how spirits work. All right, how Israelite foreigners, about Israelite foreigners. The spirit, if the spirit is dealing with you, it's gonna come pretty quick, man. It's not going to take long for you to realize that not every Israelite's going to look like Wesley Snipes, as the apostles say, especially Apostle Gabar. And not every Israelite is going to do the exact same thing. We all come from different walks of life, and we've been raised differently. And we're from different areas of the world. So to think that there's a specific type of way that an Israelite foreigner needs to act and conduct himself is beyond foolish, to say the least. All right, that's just ignorant. That is completely unlearned. There's no discernment involved in that at all. All right, because even when you look across the range of celebrities, all right, you got like if you take Robert De Niro and try to compare him to Jack Harlow, there isn't going to be much of a big similarity between them. They're both Israelites, but one was raised up in a different type of culture than the other, so of course they're going to be different. That doesn't make Robert De Niro not an Israelite because he doesn't rap. So you got to get out of that simplicity, man. Because that means at that point you're not even digesting the milk. All right, and that's a red flag. And this is really just a reproval video, just for people in general, even the other camps. Because there's going to be a lot of Israelite foreigners that are going to wake up in the coming months, man. And you don't want to be one of those camps, like IUIC or ISUPK, and you're over here like, no, get out of here, you're a heathen. And this man's part of the elect. You're denying him the covenant that the Lord entered into with him. Or no, Salakia, vice versa, that he entered in with the Lord. Because Yahweh B'Shem Washai, Yahweh made a covenant with the Israelites. So if he's an Israelite, he's a part of that covenant. You're denying him his God-given rights to receive the knowledge of the truth. You're denying him his heritage. You're telling him that he has no hope, that this is all he has. Jake is already hurt and depressed, man. All right? This is supposed to be good news unto the Israelites. But this is Daniel chapter 12, verse 10, because ultimately what it comes down to is it don't matter what you look like, man, because we got 2/3 of our people here in America that aren't going to understand this knowledge. Or they will understand this knowledge, but they'll have an alternative reason, or they'll just have a wicked heart. All right? So they might be doing the work, because like the scriptures say, not everyone that says, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom. There's even an account, Yahushua said that somebody's going to come up and say, hey, I did the work, I prophesied, I casted out demons in your names. And Yahushua is going to say, depart from me, I never knew you. And that's what's going to happen to some of you guys, man. Little do you know. All right? Little do you know. And Yahweh Ratazah, if these type of things describe you, then you need to repent. All right? We need to be repenting daily in a broken and contrite spirit. Because the bottom line is you got a lot of guys out here to try to point out other men's shortcomings. All right? And they're goddamn midgets out there, man. And by that, I mean they trying to point out the smallest things, about certain men or airing out dirty laundry or just downright slandering, just completely going off the rails like a bug out. And that shit needs to stop. It really needs to stop, man. All right, Daniel chapter 12, verse 10. Many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly. And none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. So when it says made white, it's talking about made pure, made holy. So based off of this, we understand that those that actually receive this knowledge and apply it and are sincere in this thing, they're doing the work, they got a good report amongst the body. Well, that would have to be an Israelite. Because it just said, none of the wicked shall understand.